What's up, everyone? It's Alex Ragir. This is The Rough Cut. I'm here in Venice Beach, California, and tomorrow I got an interview with the president of Group 9 Media. You know Group 9 from Thrillist, Now This, Seeker, The Dodo. Mickey Meyer's got a really cool story. Haven't gotten the freelancer yet to shoot the interview, so I got to get on Storyhunter right away. Hope you like it. What do you think is going to happen this year? What's the big?
I mean, listen, direct-to-consumer is definitely a massive charge. I think that you're going to see, I think membership is going to become a bigger piece of the industry, is that people now want a deeper sense of engagement. They always have, and that is a lot more dependable revenue than advertising revenue.
Yeah.
Advertising revenue fluctuates, goes highs and lows. A platform says something, or Snapchat announces a new feature, and that advertiser then is either going to lean in or they're going to lean back and see how it plays out. And that for a publisher can be a nightmare. And so I think you're seeing already publishers that have diversified their revenue streams and started to figure out where else there's money. And membership for me is a thing that I feel like it's coming, and it's a matter of defining it for your audience along the way.
And that's crazy that Ben Lair, the CEO of Group 9, he was kind of one of the first people that did that with Jack Threads.
Totally, yeah.
But then he spun it off, or sold it off to Focus. But now is a better time? Why now as opposed to then?
More of a question for Ben, really.
Yeah.
Is I think that he would defend the opportunity that exists in the marketplace, and that he saw then as well, still today. I think that Jack's Threads, I think that there was some things about it that really, really worked well, others that didn't, and a lot of it came down to focus. Was what he said. Is Ben is unbelievable when it comes to focus, and it's a thing that I've really tried to learn from him, because your instinct as a startup especially, but in what is a very tumultuous ecosystem, that suddenly there's money over here, and then this brand is spending money, or then hey, here's a new platform that exists tomorrow. And your instinct as a small company that needs that money to exist is to chase all of those things. To not really have that core focus on one thing. And that has tended to be the thing that has collapsed a lot of companies. You saw a lot of brands and a lot of companies go by the wayside in the last couple of years. And there's a reason that Thrillist lasted the 10 plus years to get into this moment, was because it's very focused. It knew what it was. And it got very good at that, and then started to expand outwards. And I think Jack's Threads was one of those things where it started to expand outwards, said, it doesn't really work the way that we thought it was going to work. Let's come kind of back in, focus again, and then we'll go back out as we see fit.
What are some of the things that people say that you should be chasing that you should not be chasing?
Oh, that's a great question. It depends a little bit on the brand, but I would argue you don't want to be chasing a traditional production company sale unless it directly benefits the brand, because it will take you a very long time to get there. And if it does not build your brand at the end of it, you're just work for hire, and more often than not, you're going to have to split your money along the way. And so you have a sale to Comedy Central, and it's taken you that 12 months to 2 years to get there. And you get there, and you've had to bring on another production company because you have not maybe done this in the past as a digital company, or you don't have your name, even if the people have done it. As a company,
to win the business.
To win the business, you have to bring in, maybe it's a
well-known
production company, Vita Murray, whoever it may be, and now you're giving up 5%, and you don't own that IP. You've gone through all of that just for the sake of ego, to have yourself on a network. And if you've done all of that and it didn't forward your brand, that is...
and they're losing audience anyway.
Yeah, and you're distracting yourself from building audience where you have it and building IP that you could then own.
With Group 9, you have all these disparate brands that have their own that have their own kind of look and feel, who they are. how do you, like as a manager, deal with that, letting the dodo be the dodo and now this be now this, and without, like, how can you be like this holding company structure?
Yeah.
This kind of, how do you deal with that?
It is. I mean, listen. This is for me. It's honestly, it's worked out really well and easily because that's how Jash was structured. Is that Jash was structured to be an entity that was in service of.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like Sarah Silverman has an idea and she wants to go do it. We're there to support her. That's going to be very different than what Tim and Eric want to do, or very different than what Michael Cera wants to do. It's like they have unique sensibilities, and so Group 9 has been it's been an easy adjustment for me of like, listen, they want to go do these things. I'm here in service of them. I'm here. You brought us in and merged our brand into this. Like my role in particular became more Group 9, but because I gain a lot from them. I gain a lot more leverage. When I go into Amazon, I now have a storyline with these 4 brands that is massive.
Yeah.
I have a crazy reach, and I have all this insight and data, and I'm willing to spend money to help to market my audience and build these pieces of IP without you having to pay $1 other than like the money you would make off of me. That is very different than what Jash had. So like it's only in my best interest to then go back to the donor to say like, what is it you're trying to do? How can I help you along that path? Can I bring in talent, or can I bring in a showrunner or a producer that matches up with your sensibility that can help you to produce something that you weren't otherwise going to?
That's interesting. It's sort of like the influencer, the maker studio model for influencers.
Yeah, it's just focused.
Is it international or U.S. mostly?
Yeah, we are just starting to really put a focus on international. And so there's definitely opportunity there. We do cover international stories across the board, but yeah, that's definitely where there's an opportunity, is that we're just starting to understand how to approach things on a local level in some of these other territories.
And for when you move internationally, would that be even creating like other language brands, or like is it the you're getting interest from advertisers in those languages, or it's more U.S. audience, U.S.?
It is more, I mean, honestly, right now we have U.S. audience on lockdown. We have a really far reach right now, and we'll only get stronger there. I think that what we're starting to understand is that there's an opportunity around building audience in other territories. And so sometimes we'll partner with someone, but where we have an opportunity, like we just launched El Dodo for the Dodo, Spanish language, with a focus on LATAM, because we feel like there's an opportunity there for us to build an audience that we can then monetize along the way.
Mm-hmm. Cool. There's probably a lot of people watching this who like want to have a job like yours in a few years. What's your kind of career advice to people in the industry?
Oh man,
because your path is so different from the path of a TV exec was all you knew what you had to do.
Yeah, you knew where you were going.
But now it's like people are coming from all over. It's almost like you need something inside. You need that.
I never to the earlier question is like I never thought business, like I never had a desire to learn business. I kind of learned it along the way, either one because I was being forced to, and like I needed to make a living, and like help people's livelihoods. But I found a genuine passion for it along the way too. Like I really like systems, and I like setting things up, and I like helping, I like supporting creators, and so that's always my biggest advice to anybody is like, find the thing you're passionate about. If you care about it, everything else is going to be a lot easier than it would be if you hated something. And if you're like sledging yourself into work, no matter what it is, it's like you got to start there and like pull the thread, and it will, it'll lead you into success in one way, shape, or form. But you can't really chase success. You got to just like chase your passion, chase the thing that you care about, and like find the way that you can like add value to it, and it'll snowball.
Yeah. And if you're doing an epic rap video, just like be Dr. Seuss.
Yes, just be Dr. Seuss.
He was Dr. Seuss. You got to check out Dr. Seuss.
Epic Rap Battles. They're coming back very soon. The new season coming back.
Oh yeah, so you're still doing Epic Rap Battle. You're still doing.
They are doing it. I am.
The shows from Jash
at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, but look it up, Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, Dr. Seuss.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Thanks so much. Thanks, everybody.
All right. See you later. All right.